Hey everyone, and welcome to another edition of Burton Ballers. And yesterday we had our director of football, sporting director, all sewn up in the shape of Christian Freud. But now we're back to square one. Welcome to another day in the life of Chelsea.
Welcome to the Burton Ballers. Ain't got no time for no stallers, yeah.
We are the risers, we're not the fallers. Our channel is growing wider and taller.
Yeah, we're here to give you the news about your dear beloved Blues, yeah.
So if you like this YouTube channel, like, subscribe, and turn on that bell.
Yeah.
So all the reports coming out yesterday was that Christian Freud had agreed to join Chelsea, and it was only a matter of time before he was going to sign on that dotted line. But just like a footballer, until he's holding the shirt, do they hold shirts, football sporting directors? Until he's signed that contract and we've seen it in his, signed, sealed, delivered, nothing is certain in football. But I'm hearing a lot of nonsense by a lot of supporters, and they're talking about some of these reporters spreading fake news and everything else. But people do not understand. People change their minds. He had agreed to join Chelsea. But Chelsea, did Chelsea jump the gun? Probably they jumped the gun, and they were confident that he was going to join. But the Chelsea hierarchy are seen to be shocked and bemused at his U-turn. Because obviously RB Salzburg would have, they've come back with a counter offer, which he seems to be happy to accept. Because you got to remember that the Red Bull chain, they're not short of a few bob or two. So if they match the sort of money that Chelsea were going to give him, and okay, the project that they've got is, Salzburg are never going to be as big as a team like Chelsea, but maybe his remit is just to, he's Austrian actually, so he's going to stay in his country. He's going to stay in his comfort zone, and they're going to I think they're probably talking about as a position on the board for him, so they're going to give him more power and influence over the shaping of the club. So perhaps, they've come out with a charm offensive which persuaded him to stay in the end. So as I said, until something is signed, sealed and delivered, it's not certain. But it's not to say that these people are spreading fake news to Fabrizio Romano's of this world, because it didn't only come from Fabrizio, it came from all major sources as well, that this deal was kind of in the bag. And so that just goes to show, we've seen that before with other deals where we thought that it was certain to be signed, but then last minute it comes and people change their minds. So that's the way that the football world works. Things can change quickly over a certain amount of minutes, not talking hours. Things can change really quickly in the football world. And I've just been hearing a lot of nonsense about how Todd Boehly is this and he's that, and he's failed and he's not getting any of our targets coming in, and it's just a load of nonsense, really, load of rubbish. One thing we need to learn to do, if this hasn't been done already, is just keep everything under wraps a bit more until everything is definitely confirmed. But as I said, the club did feel confident that this was going to happen. That's why they were happy for this news to be leaked out. But I remember the days where we introduced people, there was no noise around in the media, and all of a sudden we've come out with this player or that player, and so that's, but there's always going to be some news which is going to be leaked out. And to say Boehly is a failure, because he did deliver. Koulibaly was one who we weren't linked with for a while in the market, and then bang, we sold out that deal in the space of 48 hours. Even we've got some of our targets over the line. Raheem Sterling, we got over the line. We got the Fofana deal done. So we have completed a few deals and shipped a few out. So in his first time in football, I think he's done all right, because you've got to remember that he's not been in the football industry before. He's doing a lot of this on his own, him and Egbali from the Clear Lake, and a lot of this is new territory for them. So we've got to have a little bit of patience. So all this nonsense about, I can understand the fans' frustration, yeah, but we need to exercise a little bit of patience. And, you know, let's look at some of the deals that we supposedly didn't do. You know, what can we do with, for instance, we agreed a deal, with Leeds United for what's his name, Rafinha. And the thing is, Rafinha, he had his heart set on Barcelona. So what can we do about it? What could he do? Is he going to get somebody to kidnap him and force him to sign for Chelsea? No, he's not. He can't do that. And that's the same with, I think, with the Koundé deal. He looked at some data, and the data, you know, because we're going to be doing a lot of things with data now. And Fofana will prove to have the better metrics out of the two players. That's why we stopped negotiating. It was more us stopping the negotiations for Koundé because we thought Fofana was going to be the better option. Only time will tell. So, and you know, some of the other deals, you know, like, for instance, people said we missed out on Dembele. Dembele we didn't really go in for, and he took a pay cut in the end to save Barcelona because he didn't have any suitors. And that's what people got to realise. You know, Chelsea, I don't know why, for whatever reason, they weren't sort of sold on the idea of him coming to Chelsea. Or even if it was that Chelsea did want him, but the fact that he's taken a pay cut says two things to me. Either nobody offered him the contract he wanted, or maybe he was prepared to just take a pay cut because he had a desire to stay at Barcelona. And again, what can we do if a player wants to stay at Barcelona? There's nothing we can do about it, guys. You've got to be real here. Come on. So anyway, so that's what I'm saying. Football moves really quickly. You know, sometimes a deal can look like it's going to be done, but something happens to stop it. But Chelsea the hunt continues now for a sporting director, and it's taken them to a guy called Tim Steidten. Steid10, I think his name is. He's a German guy who's at Leverkusen. We've dealt with him, you know, in negotiations with Callum Hudson-Odoi. I'm not sure if he's the one who brought in the likes of Kai Havertz or whatever, but he is a data-driven. He's similar to Freud in that he looks at data and analysis when choosing players, and that's the way the club want to go down, to study the data and to bring in players based on these metrics. And Paul Mitchell is another one talked about. He was at RB Leipzig before and Tottenham Hotspurs, and he's got a good record for when it comes to player purchases. He was the one who bought Nkunku, I think it was, to RB Leipzig. Dele Alli, when he was good, you know, he bought him to Tottenham from MK Dons, and I think Heung-min Son may have been bought under him. So yeah, he can spot talent, but I'm not sure why they are looking at other options before him. So there must be some question marks around him why they haven't, because he's keen on the job as well. So there may be some question marks on him. That's why they're not having him as their main option. We all know about Andrea Berta, the Atletico Madrid guy. I did a video about him a couple of months ago. So he's another one who the club are keeping an eye on. And another one as a surprise package is Maxwell, the guy who used to play left back for for Barcelona and PSG. He's a Brazilian. The South American market can be tapped up if he's there. So it's interesting to see. But there are people, you know, there's some good sporting directors out there who are keen on the job. So it'll be, you know, what's more important is A, data driven, what he wants, and B, they need to be able to have the same vision as Graham Potter moving forward, so they can shape the way the club wants to go moving forward. So, you know, the vision is there. Yeah, so they're also talking about getting a manager of director in and a technical director. So they really want to shape up the backroom staff and the whole structure of the club and the way it works. So I think we just need to see how it goes with Todd Boehly, and you know, just stop being frustrated by it all, because he's got a good plan, he's got a good vision, and I think that we are going to see the benefits of this in the long term. So what are your thoughts on everything, guys? Stick your comments in the section below, and don't forget, as always, to like, subscribe, turn on all post notifications so you're notified every time I make a new video. Until then, guys, take care for now. Bye bye.